The Bulletin Man joining you, and today is the 25th day of May. Sunday night, I made a video on the 22nd, and I'm going over emails I got from a guy who's our girl, or probably a member of the law enforcement community or a spouse thereof, who has written me an email and actually has opened a Facebook page stating I am an idiot. So we're going to define, we're going to go over this email that this lady sent me, or young man, or whoever this might be. This is from winehouseisanidiot at hotmail.com. To bulletinman at hotmail.com. And if you want to send Bulletinman an email, I'd love to read your emails. I do get a few emails, so it takes some time to read the emails, and especially nowadays, summertime. So Bulletin Man will try to get back to you. And I love going over emails. It's good comedy, really. This is what this person writes. Wonderful. Instead of facing accusations and explaining yourself, you instead to resort to threats of harm. And I really can't recall what. I said that if the police come after me, then I know some people who will go around and go after them in their houses. And I do know some people who do that, and we don't really want to do that, folks. We really don't. I mean, we are trying to be peaceful about this whole thing, but we are right. And when you're right, you can't be really too radical. When you're wrong, you can't be too conservative. Unfortunately, what's happened is we've been dumbed down here in America. Most folks cannot even read, and especially in the law enforcement community, they don't want intelligent people in the law enforcement community, because most who will see through the lies and the BS, it is nothing more than a criminal syndicate, and they are just simply there to raise money, and that's the whole of government. The whole of government is you have a bunch of parasites, leeches, who want to leech off the rest of the productive members of society. People who actually go out and produce a product and labor and to produce that product and sell that product to better their house and their family. These folks who run our country and run our government want to live off of you and I. And those are called leeches or parasites, and that's exactly what they are. I love them. I mean, they're good people. Most of them are nice to talk to on the phone. But at the end of the day, when the sun goes down, the bottom line is they are crooks, and there's plenty of them. Unfortunately, they all hold office. 44 of the 45 elected office holders in Jefferson County, Missouri, my friends, are Democrats. Now, I'm not saying all Democrats are bad. I like Ron Casey. I think Ron's a good guy, but I am saying that the Democratic Party elected Barack Obama. Now, Barack Obama cannot even produce a birth certificate. He was put on trial in absentia the other day up in Harlem, New York, by Pastor James Manning, and Barack was found guilty of sedition and treason, so he should be removed. This Aaron Harvey is a police officer in Jefferson County, Missouri. He is a proven perjurer. This is stated as fact. I filed a criminal affidavit on March 15th. I gave them until May 1st to rebut my accusations, and they failed to do so. So that, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as any court in America is concerned, other than in the Jefferson County Court, the 23rd Circus Court, that stands as fact. If you owe a debt and you fail to dispute that debt within a 30-day period of time, it stands as fact that you owe that debt. So, I mean, same thing goes on here, folks. If you read the Constitution, you'll realize and understand that the whole point and purpose of our government is to protect and maintain our God-given rights. So, I digress. Let me go on to the email here. My time is running short, as many of you might imagine, but God has been so gracious and merciful to give me this time, and I got to say thank you, Jesus. And so anyway, let's go on with the email. Now you resort to threats of harm. So if you're going to come harm my family, the Lord will avenge those the Lord will contend with those who contend with me. That's all I'm saying. You know what? You leave me alone. I got no problem with you, other than you're a criminal and you need to leave office, and you're going to leave office one way or another. We don't want to push you out of there. We don't want to come burn your house down. We don't want to come shoot your police station up. We're trying to do this peacefully, but you got to go, and we do have the right, because of the Second Amendment, to do that and exercise that right. But though, like, there again, I am a peaceful, living person. I am a Christian. I have not had to kill anyone yet, and I'm trying to get through this life not having to kill anyone. But I believe I have every right to kill anyone who comes on to attack me or my family. I mean, that's just self-defense. God's given me that right, and that is a God-given right. So I'm going to do everything I can to protect my God-given rights, because I know that God gave those rights. And I know that one of these days, very soon, I'm going to see my Maker face to face and give an account for what I did on this earth. So I want to be right. Don't you want to be right? That's all I'm asking. Just be right. And do what your heart tells you to do. It's really not that hard. I know there's a lot of pressure out there. The love of money is the root of all evil. We all need to eat. And, the dollar ain't worth a darn any days. Nowadays, it's just falling out. Hey, keep this in mind, folks. This dollar bill. In 1912, it was worth... A $20 gold piece was $20. Today, a $20 gold piece is $1,250. $20 is still $20. The dollar is worthless. It is just a piece of paper. It is a fiat currency. And you law enforcement officers go out and sell your neighbors out. Lie, cheat, and steal. Man, it is the tangle web we weave when we practice to deceive. I tell you what, it is like a little Peyton place over there in Hellsboro, man. If you only really knew the truth. My goodness gracious, and that's why I'm trying to tell you the truth. So anyway, at the end of this, this person who sends me this email, it goes to show you how exactly uneducated I am. I'm supposedly uneducated. And of course, idiot is like a 3-year-old who can't comprehend anything. On top of that, you misquoted my email several different times. Yeah, maybe I did misquote your email, but that's my right as a journalist, and that's just the way it is, buddy. You start your own videos. Let's see your face, huh? I don't even know your name. You can't even. You don't even have enough courage to put your name on an email. Let's see your video. I mean, this isn't hard to do. I think I got about $100 in this. All right. Just like a criminal, twisting the facts that benefits you, just like a criminal. Well, Mr. or Mrs. Winehouse is an idiot. Would you please define what a criminal is? Well, let Bulletinman define what a criminal is. Let Black's Law Dictionary define what a criminal is. Let 350 years of Western jurisprudence define what a criminal is. And that is someone who causes provable personal injury, loss, or harm to a victim. That's what a criminal is. And the police department, 911, are the real criminals in America. Because about 90% of their business, and that's all it is just a business, is shaking down your neighbors. And you know what? They live amongst us. I saw where a few lived today, wasn't even looking, but couldn't help but notice. I suggest that you knock on their door and say, hey, get right. Be right. Bulletinman says be right. Because one of these days, this dollar is going to hit the street. And when that does that, when you can pick these up in the street, it's on, brothers and sisters. It's on. Because you know what? You'll realize that your whole life is built on a lie. And this right here is the truth. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. And no man cometh to the Father but by him. I found this at a flea market. It's a 1941 Gideon's Bible that they gave to the soldiers before they went over to Europe and into the Pacific Theater to fight for our God-given rights, our Constitution. And one of these days when I get more time, I'll go over that. I will be responding to your email in person there, Mr. and Mrs. Winehouse is an idiot. But I believe we all know who the real idiot is, and that would be you. And everybody else who wears that badge nowadays. Come out from among them and be ye separate, and touch not the unclean thing, and God will receive you. As always, tell a friend about the one and only Bulletinman. Bye.